You are now playing as Fenris, Prince of War and Druid over the earth. You stand in the training yard of Pleasure Palace, the sun at the top of the sky. You grip your blade and take in the feel of the weight in your palm, the leather grip on your skin. The blade is perfectly balanced, thick and sharp for piercing armor and bone. My sword. Probably the only thing as important to me as Ari and Baron. It was forged by my half-sister, Kayla. Someone I can only dream to see again. You swing the sword, practicing your form and footwork. The blade sings through the wind, your strength slicing the air in half. Ears perk up as you hear a rustling in the grass. Someone's approaching me from behind. Happy to see my battle instincts haven't left me. You smell the fur of the man's clothes, the scent of places far away on his skin. Fenris. His smell must be that of Avakari, a world far different than the one I know. Avakari, I wonder if... I know not what this chest is. Oh. Okay. Ari has been there. She must have met Varus somewhere within Avakari and kept it secret from me all this time. Listen, I haven't played chapters in a long time. You clear your throat, continuing to practice your swings as you brush away your anxieties. What do you want, Varus? There, Druid's footstep stops several steps away from you. He speaks softly, the wind stirring in his words. You are fierce with the blade, Prince of War, but blind to the other forces at place. Blind to the earth and wind, blind to the heat and water in all things. Grumble under your breath. I'm blind to the forces around me? Maybe so. Since learning of my past, I've struggled to understand my role in all of this. Where my home truly is. Farah steps closer. Let me train you. Let me do what your mother could not. You knew her? Ferris nods, deep in thought. She was my mentor, my friend. She was the oldest of the four wild ones, our guide in peace and war. I would have given my life for her if I had the chance. Ferris locks eyes with you and pauses before finishing his thought. And I would give my life for her son. His words hang in the air, thick and heavy. Ferris sees me as more than a foe, more than a vampire. But I'm a prince of hell and he's a druid. Fenris, what are we to each other? It depends. Can you trust me, Prince of War? I hardly know you, druid of air. Fenris paces around you. You are correct. We are not close, but that doesn't mean we cannot cooperate for prosperity, for peace. Your powers will continue to grow, and one day you will lose control. Who shall suffer when that time comes? Asher? Ari? You know not of what you speak! Bear steps up to you, confident and determined. I know more than you realize. Power is one thing, rage is another. I see both inside of you, as I had many years ago. Rage overtook me, forced me to use my power against those I wished to harm. And it turned only to pain, heartbreak. My pain drove me to seek your mother's guidance, learn how to control my rage, use my power for good. Something I wished to bestow on you. To keep those we care about safe from you. People we care about? Who do we both care about besides Ari? Bear stops, his eyes locked on you. The truth comes to you. You said, wait, it's Asher? Fenris, do you love him? Somehow, as you say it, it makes sense. The muddy history, the missing pieces. Because Asher deserves to be loved, even if it is by a fey druid. Varys pauses, considering his answer. He looks back at you, proud and honest. I do. You look down, considering this. He loves Asher. Do I give him my blessing? Yeah, why not? You nod at him. A blessing, he understands. His eyes warm up, happy to see this. Asher is someone precious to me. I would never wish to harm him, and as such, I would not seek to upset his dearest brother. This rage that builds inside of you. Fenris opens his palm to the ground, blue smoke swirling around his hand. It must be controlled. Suddenly a sword appears, hovering over his open palm. He quickly grips the handle, the swirling smoke fading away, and he inspects the blade. I can't think of a better way to practice than with the what you do best, Prince of War. Fenris hits a battle stance, a smile on his face. You raise your own sword as you both circle each other with a second's hesitation. You strike, your footwork rusty but smooth. You strike him from above. He quickly adjusts, blocking your blow with his magical sword. The clash of cold steel echoes through the rolling hills. He adjusts his feet and counter jabs. The jab strikes away, preparing for another. You both continue to spar, trading blows. His swings are powerful, yet calculated. More controlled than your own. Feel your strikes, Fenris. Feel your emotion, connection to your sword. Fenris strikes harder than you're prepared for. His sword slices into yours, the hard vibration causing your grip to loosen. Varys swings low. You quickly jolt your bolt blade to your legs, barely blocking it. Again, your grip loosens. You immediately squeeze the handle, frustrated. You feel a growl underneath your breath. Allow the anger to grow. Stay mindful of its capacity. But never forget, Fenris, you are in control. Focus. He's swinging too hard. I need to... I will let this one go. Stop it! You're swinging too hard! That's the point. He swings again. This time, you're positioning, not ready. He smacks his blade into yours, the hilt of his sword jabbing into one of your fingers. You quickly drop the blade as your hand spasms. It falls to the cold grass below. Damn it! Fenris pauses, stepping back. You must control your anger, Fenris. You mustn't be controlled. You swing down, pick up your sword, ready to fight again. Fenris smiles, raising his sword again. At the same moment, you both sense someone approaching. I hope you aren't going to kill each other. We need all the soldiers we can get. Varys, if I may have a moment with my brother. Varys looks at you, considering he relents, nodding to Dean. Fenris, you play a bigger role in all of this than you care to understand. I encourage you to open your eyes, open your mind. You try to absorb his cryptic words, but can't quite find a response. He turns and walks away. Let's go to Stonehill. Now. What? Why? Rumor is Levy is announcing something big. We should go see. Is that safe? Your illusion will keep you safe. Nobody knows that I betrayed Levy to save you and Ari. We'll be safe, but it should be only us. I don't trust Ari or anyone else to travel. Dean, let's go. We need to see what Levy is up to before we plan our attack. Dean smiles. You both walk off, headed toward Stonehill. You and Dean enter the town square of Stonehill. The square is packed with people waiting for an announcement from Levy. This place was my home, where I grew up. Now look at it. Dozens of fays and shades are hung by their arms along each wall, tortured and beaten. Vampires walk freely, whipping blood from freshly drained fae, or maybe even humans. All my rules to control my people, make peace, have been broken. This isn't what I built. Levy, it destroys my home. Levy has turned it into his own. Look around you, brother. Very few of your people remain. You look around, scanning the faces. He's right. Most of these people are not from Stonehill. They're Levy citizens. Where are my people, my followers? Suddenly, the castle doors swing open, Levy's guards pouring out. Levy steps out, approaching a stage built in the middle of the town square. People cheer for their leader, blood of the innocent still on their lips. Levy stands over his crowd, his arms out as he absorbs the cheers, feeds on it. My people, I come bearing exciting news. Your prince, future king, has solidified his place as ruler. What the hell is he talking about? Levy ushers guards onto the stage. They drag two people onto the stage. Your eyes can't believe what you're seeing. Your jaw drops. On stage is Ari. Her hands tied behind her. Her mouth is gagged with a dirty rag. You study the woman, her face, her eyes. She looks identical to Ari. What? This can't be. I saw Ari this morning, back at the Pleasure Palace. She's safe, I know it. Levy brings out another person on stage. Her eyes struggle to accept what you see. Next to Ari is you. Exhausted, beaten, you stand on the stage. That's me? How is this possible? Calm yourself, brother. This is clearly an illusion. Levy must have forced a fae to cast an illusion spell on two sad folks to make them look like you and the princess. Hell of an illusion, though. Bastard looks just like you. The princess is impressive as well, if I didn't know any better. Dean scratches his chin. Didn't know illusions could make someone appear like someone else exactly. When it came to your disguises, the people you appear to be don't exist otherwise. They're new faces altogether. I'll need to remember this trick. Maybe I'll cast the princess's face on a future intimate partner. You punch Dean's arm. You didn't mean to do it terribly hard, but he winces in pain. Hey, I'm trying to lighten the mood. Be serious, Dean. The Prince of Lust shrugs. Meanwhile, Levy, Prince of Envy, hovers over the crowd. Today I shall slay the Midnight Star. Today I end the war forever. And she's the sword, the blood-red handle gripped with the untainted leather. It has never seen a true battle. His guards kick the woman disguised as Ari on the back of her knees. She stumbles on all fours. She screams in her gag, tears streaming down her pallid cheeks. People cheer. Those cheeks, ones you would brush your hand against with love as you lay with each other in bed. I can't. I need to remember this isn't her. That it can't be Ari. Dean raises his sword, ready to slice her neck. I can't stand this. I'm gonna watch my lover die. You look at this woman disguised as Ari. You see fear at a level you never wish her to experience. She looks up into the audience as Levy's blade comes down, and for a moment, her eyes catch yours. Levy's swing slices through the lookalike's necks with like a hot knife through butter. Her eyes go lifeless as they connect with yours. Her crying and screaming suddenly stop. A head identical to Ari stumbles down the steps, staining them with blood. Levy's guards kick the legs of the man disguised as you as he stumbles and falls. He screams through his gag, trying best to plead to the audience, but his cries are only met with deaf ears. Levy swings his sword up and slices his head off without a second of hesitation. You wince at your own demise. My own brother. Could he truly execute me without even a second thought? Your double's head plops down the steps, a second layer of blood splattering onto the floor. His head rests next to hers, both of them like lifeless gray eyes. You look down at them, struggling to process what you see. Levy raises his sword above his head, accidentally flicking blood onto the audience. They cheer for him. The show is a hit. Levy paces around the stage, eating up his celebrity status. The war is over, my lovely brothers and sisters. As your king, I will lead us into a new era. The audience applauds. Finally, Levy returns his sword to his scabbard and exits the stage with his guard. Levy seems desperate to keep the allegiance of his people. A show like this will only give him temporary trust. When they see you and the princess alive and strong, the stunt will backlash on him. I think Levy did this as a calculated move to keep his citizens in line. Levy may face backlash for this, but he is a trickster, brother. Levy must have a plan, a way to reclaim and keep the trust of his people. The last thing we should do is play into Levy's tricks. Our guard must be up at all times. I suppose that's true. That's why you're the battle tactician of the family, and I'm not Fenris. Suddenly, a cloaked man approaches Dean. The man is shifty, avoiding eye contact, his face almost entirely hidden. He whispers something to Dean that captures his attention, his eyes turn to shock. What? The man leans in again, repeating. Dean pauses before locking eyes with the cloaked man. Dean nods his head. The cloaked man turns and quickly leaves, vanishing into the crowd. What the hell was that? What did he say? He said, the Prince of War lives. And then seek the Bloody Mare. What does it mean, Fenris? The Bloody Mare is a bar near the edge of the realm. Should we go? I don't know. Are we suddenly trusting mysterious cloaked men? Perhaps, if they mean to aid us. What if it's a trap? I don't know, the man risks losing his head by uttering that you're still alive. There may be more to this than we know. Again, what do we have to lose? Worst case scenario, we grab a pint and have a brawl fight. We could use the break and a beer. You roll your eyes. Fine. Follow me, I know the way. You turn to the crowd as Dean follows you. With each step you creep through the watchful eyes, your illusion keeping everyone at bay. After several minutes of a hike, you step through a thick wooden door and into the Bloody Mare. It is the oldest bar in town, and possibly all the Seven Realms. The old wooden walls of the inn barely hold together. The smell of old wood and liquor hits your nose, and you breathe deep, taking in one of the distinctive scents of Stonehill. The bar is packed with people, vampires, shades, fae, all drinking together, laughing and socializing. Dean, these are citizens of Stonehill. I recognize nearly all of these faces. Well, at least we figured out where all your people are, Fenris. They're right here, together, waiting for the return of their prince. You can't help but smile. Your people have never betrayed you. They stand unified. Drunk, perhaps, but loyal. The barkeep stands behind the bar, wiping a wooden ale cup. He smiles at you both. Hello there! You boys made it! People look over at you, cheering as the bartender announces your arrival. Welcome, Prince Dean and brother of Prince Fenris. Worthy to our cause. Dean smiles, loving the attention, but confused. Cause? Restore Fenris to the throne of Stonehill Castle, of course. We don't believe for a second that Prince Fenris would die and leave his hands like that. Whoever was on that stage was not our prince. Our prince lives waiting for a chance to strike. We wish him a happy revolt. Dean's grin takes up his entire face, and he looks over at you. These people, my people, are better for having met Ari. Finally, after what feels like a lifetime, you feel at home. The bartender chimes in, chippier and happy. I'm boasting the Bloody Mare is mine, and I led the underground revolt against Levy. Puts away the ale cup and wipes another. He looks at you unconfused. Now, who have you brought with you? Dean wraps his arm around a lovingly sensual fey woman behind him, distracted by her beauty. Suddenly snaps to attention. Oh, him? He's, I'm Dean's keeper. You bank on the fact that Dean's kingdom is notoriously out of touch, hoping that the news hasn't spread to Stonehill recently. Old man Baldorf and kicked a bucket, did he? Shame. Yes, he's extremely dead. Dean shakes his head, and you're reminded that you tend to be a poor improviser when it comes to lies. It's because lying sucks. Yes, poor Baldor and all that. Anyway, I would trust this man with my life, and so should you, Bolston. Oh, then a pint for both of you. He grabs glasses and fills them both with ale. Drinks be merry, my brothers. We're having a special visitor soon. Another important figure who's rallied to our cause. A visitor? Who? Suddenly the front door swings open behind you. Ah, there he is. You and Dean swivel around. The broad-shouldered, yet impeccably dressed form sends you reeling. It's by Asher. Well, look who we have here. Who didn't see this one coming? Like, seriously. Congratulations! Purchasing 9 premium choices or outfits. Get you thin. We will always love you. Alright, so you could kind of say I'm coming back to chapters slowly but surely, basically, because of how bad choices has been. But also the fact that choices is, or chapters is at least, you know, give us choices and actually, like, somewhat intriguing and interesting story. And it's an app that I haven't touched in a while, and it looks like they've put a lot of hard work into, so I guess we'll see. Without further ado, thanks for watching. You know what to do, it's on the screen. Catch you all later. Peace out.